have to, which will further substantiate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's oneness, His qudrat, His majesty, His all-encompassing knowledge and power. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ أَرَأَيْتُمْ إِنْ أَخَذَ اللَّهُ سَمْعَكُمْ وَأَبْصَارَكُمْ وَخَتَمَ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ مَنْ إِلَهٌ غَيْرُ اللَّهِ يَأْتِيكُمْ بِهِ. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, look, think, reflect. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes away your hearing, takes away your seeing, closes your hearts, then what ilah, what deity, and obviously they were taking other deities other than Allah, thinking they could help them, intercede for them, etc. So which of these deities, or which any of the deities, or our personal deities these days, our bank accounts, our shops, our businesses, our degrees, etc., whatever we think is going to come to our assistance other than Allah. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes away all of these faculties, then which of these deities of ours or theirs or anyone's is going to bring back these faculties? Obviously none. انظر كيف نصرف الآيات ثم هم يصدفون. And then look, observe, and of course, one would have to say that only Allah can do that, you see. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is again and again showing us His signs and explaining to us His signs, and He says here, look how we, in diverse ways, in a variety of methods and a variety of statements and manners of speech, we're explaining our signs to them, but yet they yas'ifun. This is a very interesting word in Arabic. Yas'ifun. Salaf. Salaf is the oyster's shell, What happens when the oyster wants to shut off from the world or from predators or whatever? It closes. No water can come in, no air can come in, no sound can. This is the way they do it. They just close themselves up totally. They don't want to hear, they don't want to see, they cannot, nothing of the truth they can reach them or affect them. Allahu Akbar. Like clams in their shells. Further Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues, قُلْ أَرَأَيْتُكُمْ إِنْ أَتَاكُمْ عَذَابُ اللَّهِ بَغْدَةً أَوْ جَهْرًا هَلْ يُهْلَكُ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. So now, furthermore, that's in your own person. If some calamity or disaster takes place, who's going to change the situation? Obviously nobody. Now what about on a mega level? What if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's punishment comes abruptly or comes manifestly, like we see today, floods on this side, drought on that side, earthquakes over here, right? Climate change, all over the place. Who's going to change this? Who's going to bring about the change? And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings about His total destruction, which we have seen taking place in the previous ummats, in the previous nations, people of Noah, people of Ad, Thamud, etc., Qawmi Fir'aun. So in that case, then what ilah is going to save you in that instance? And in that case, would those be destroyed or utterly be destroyed, except the people of Dhulma, the oppressors? So obviously the answer is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save on that day, and only the oppressors will actually be caught and will be dealt with severely. So one may ask, well, wait a minute, when the adab comes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then everybody gets affected, isn't it? Generally, yes, but that's in the world. And the effect, for example, if a natural disaster were to overtake humanity, and the people of Iman are also caught up in that, and they're also we've seen also in such scenarios the people of Iman are protected. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but during those huge tsunamis, in Indonesia, there were photographs, actual photographs of the whole place totally, leveled, everything gone. Masjid still standing, and there were several instances where people who were in the masjid, they were safe. Khair, even if they're all destroyed, so that destruction will be martyr for the people of righteousness. So it's better for them in any case, for leaving the world in any case, to leave in that way. In martyrdom is the best way to go. And then naturally on the day of judgment, where the ultimate felicity and the ultimate destruction is going to take place, so they will be totally fine over there, and they will have the the best of recompenses, whereas the Zalimun, they will be the ones who will be utterly destroyed and will remain eternally in ruin. وَمَا نُرْسِلُ الْمُرْسَلِينَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرِينَ وَمُنذِرِينَ. And the messengers and the message that we sent, it's only for a warning for the people of wrongdoing and a bishara and a glad tiding for the good people. And this is all that the prophets and the Rusul had in their capacity, was to give glad tidings and give warnings. فَمَنْ آمَنَ وَأَصْلَحَ. And so who would ever take heed and would believe and would correct himself, فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. So there's no fear upon them and they will never grieve. وَالَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. As for those people who deny and turn their back on our revelations, يَمَسَّهُمُ الْعَذَابُ بِمَا كَانُوا يَفْسُقُونَ. The punishment will touch them for that which they have been transgressing and outstretching and stepping out of the bounds of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in belief and action. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people of Iman and save us from being among the people of denial. Ameen. Tumami wa akhira da'wana. Alhamdulillahi.